everybody. Welcome back to Brown Sugar Confessions. Thanks for hanging out with us. It is your fun, fabulous, dynamic trio. Myself, I am Miss T here with Tracy and Miss KD. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause, round of applause. And if you want to see how awesome, oh, there it is. Hey! Celebrations, celebrations. And if you want to see how wonderful we look, you can always check us out on YouTube. We're looking kind of fly, super fly. Me and KD, we got our golf on. Tracy is kind of like the bubblegum effect. So it looks really good. But don't forget, you can also check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Doc Val's Instagram specifically. If you ever want to reach out to us, you can reach out to us at brownsugarconfessions@gmail.com. You can reach out to Dr. Val at Valerie@swancenter.com. So we got a lot to talk about because we're continuing our conversation about the lifestyle, about kink, sex, and relationships. So, Tracy, hi, how have you been?
Good. Tired. Good. The weather up here is bootastic.
Yeah.
It's hot, which is really weird for us. So it gets really hot, and then we get 6 inches of snow in like 2 days after that. So
Yeah, that sounds
yeah,
dangerous.
the allergies are at an all-time high right now, but it is what it is. I'm living life. And I think I got Black Girl bored and signed up for more classes at school.
Oh no.
Black girl board?
Y'all haven't
Do
heard of
tell.
that? Okay, so
No.
it's this thing, and I've seen it on TikTok where all these amazing Black women are just like, y'all, it happened. I got bored. And I signed up for my master's degree. And it's on and on. And I didn't realize that this was a thing until I got bored, and I was like, let me take some classes. And then I was
Oh
signed
my
up for
god, is
more.
this why I started doing astrology courses all of a sudden?
You got Black Girl bored. And that's what we do.
I got 2 certifications in astrology now. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that level of information, but oh my god.
But here's the thing. So
That explains it.
look, a lot of when we're talking about that, it's like we get bored and we go do these amazing things, even if it is just rest, right? We go do these amazing things, and it leads us to be better and better and better and better and push and push and push. So yeah, I got Black Girl board and signed up for more classes. So
I love
What classes
it.
are you taking?
I am taking the second part of herbology at Cornell University. So
Nice.
Ooh, we got stuff to talk about when you graduate because that is definitely on my black girl board list.
yeah, I'm
Herbalism specifically.
right. I didn't realize. I don't think we all realize a lot of things can be fixed with, and I don't want to say fixed, but we can make things better with certain herbs. Like I did not know
Mhm.
cloves in warm water. Rinse your mouth out if you have tooth pain, and it takes away the
Yep.
tooth pain. It is also an anti-inflammatory for your gut, for your like.
Mhm.
And
Oh
I
yeah.
realize why they're not telling us this stuff, right? We realize why they're not telling us this stuff because there is a medicine that they want you to buy so that they can in turn get more money because the
That
hospital.
probably has cloves in it, let's be honest.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Or not what I'm saying, it's probably like derived
Yeah.
from cloves.
So I was just doing some of those things, helping one of my kids with her IBS. We've been
Oh.
able to do that with plants instead of taking heavy medications. Yeah, it's been really, really wild learning about this, but don't come over to my apothecary and ask me why I have 13,000 herbs in here. Just pick something and let's go.
Let's do it. How about you, KD? How you feeling today?
Oh man, my stomach hurts. I was just telling y'all before we got on the air. My stomach is actually hurting today, but otherwise, things have been really just intense. A lot of ramping up for the spring season. I've been kind of in my like clean mode. Like it's not quite spring yet, but I'm in a spring cleaning phase of taking out clothes and putting stuff into donations, all of that fun stuff. And hopefully mentally preparing to go on this trip with you ladies. So that's about it. That's about it. I
Hey.
am ready. We're about to go, like, time changing, all the fun stuff. Yes, I am ready for spring.
Excellent. And if you're wondering about this trip that we are talking about, it is the elusive trip to a small little island in the Caribbean known as Jamaica. So, if you want to learn more about that, you can reach out to us at brownsugarconfessions.com and also check our Facebook page. So, we will have some more information about that as we get more details in the future. So, let's go ahead and move on. So, we were talking about last week, we had started a conversation about kink and threesomes. Well, not just kink, the lifestyle and threesomes. So, Doc Val last week gave us a couple of definitions. So, because I was always thinking that the lifestyle and threesomes or multiple partners was the same thing. It turns out it is not. The lifestyle is kind of what we understand as being kink and fetishes, and threesomes are a part of the lifestyle. So, with that being said, do you guys know that there are certain ways to get to know people who are in the lifestyle by what they're wearing or what they're doing?
Yes.
Mm,
You,
maybe a
okay,
little bit.
Tracy, tell me what you know.
So okay, people on the radio, but if you're on YouTube, hey, hey. So radio people, I am wearing a necklace right now, and it is considered a collar. I wear
She
this.
got a fancy one.
Yeah, it's gold. It's gold. But I wear a collar because I am in a relationship that me and my partner, he, we did a whole ceremony and I got collared and everything. But if you go out and you see this specific style of necklace on someone, you can almost, now I do know this is the style that a lot of people are wearing their necklaces in, right? But if you go out, you can see, oh, that that's a symbol for you're in a dom sub relationship. But other ways you can see it are people that wear locks, and I mean like little
Hmm.
tiny locks. Um, there are handcuffs. There are specific, not handcuffs. What do you call those things?
Cufflinks?
Uh,
Cufflinks.
cufflinks.
Cufflinks. There are belts. There are clothes. There are underwear. There's a lot of things that you can look,
Okay.
but that's just me being weird and nosy and looking at you. So yeah, you can tell a lot of things by jewelry, clothes, how you wear your clothes, and how they walk around in public. If you're really in the know, you can kind of see it.
Good, because you actually got into part of our hot topic
Oh,
today. So, article from the New York Post actually was about a certain piece of jewelry that you can look on a person that will give you an indication. In most cases, we're going to say like probably 80% of the time, that will give an indication that this person is into the lifestyle. And for once, it is not pineapples, because if you've listened to this show enough, you have heard us say that one of the indications of a couple that is into the lifestyle is, was it reverse pineapples, right?
yeah,
Reverse upside
upside
down.
down.
Upside down pineapples. So in this case, the piece of jewelry that they were talking about happens to be a black ring worn on the right hand.
Mm.
And I was like, when I thought about that, I was like, oh my God, some of my coworkers have something to have some explaining to do. But I don't know if they're actually into the lifestyle or if they just actually just decided to put a black ring on. So that's a conversation I'm going to have with them at some point in the future. But have you guys seen that?
Mhm. Yep.
Well, I've never seen it. I didn't know that, but I know that on the left hand, there's two things here. So on the left hand, my husband, he actually wears a black ring. He wears a black rubber ring, silicone ring, when he's not wearing
Right.
his regular ring because he works with electricity. So he has to take his metal ring off. And one time my sister actually said something to him like, "Why do you take your ring off?" So he decided to buy himself a silicone ring so people didn't think he was trying to be slick or something. So it's funny you say that because I hope he would be absolutely horrified to find out, like, that his wearing his silicone black ring could, you know, send the wrong message. But another
I
thing
think so long as he has it on the traditional hand, the left hand, he's okay.
the other thing I know is that in certain cultures, wearing your ring on the right hand is actually tradition instead of on the left. For example, I know a lot of Muslims
Oh.
wear their rings. I used to wear my ring on the right hand side when I was Muslim because that's the right hand is the good hand to them. So you wear it
Mm.
with this hand, not the hand you're gonna wipe your tush with, you know?
Right.
So I can see all sorts of mixed
Okay.
signals happening.
Right. And I feel like if you notice it, you kind of have to have a conversation. And I guess there are certain, like, I don't want to call them like passwords or phrases, but like you hold a conversation a certain way to kind of like filter out whether this person is into the lifestyle or not into the lifestyle. And then you just got to backtrack and run, I'm assuming.
You just
Be like, oh, my mistake. Let me see myself out. But it gives you something to think about. And if you are a person somewhere, radio, YouTube land, if you're a person who is looking to get into the lifestyle, you got now you have a couple of indicators if you didn't know already that you should probably start filtering out people as you go. Be like, okay, do they got like an upside down pineapple anywhere? Are they serving a reverse pineapple cake? Do they have a black ring on the right hand? Like,
Wait,
what's
so we
going on?
can't serve pineapple upside down cakes now without sending mixed
I
signals?
mean, I don't know. I'm assuming. I'm just throwing it out there. Don't listen to me. Clearly, I'm not in the lifestyle. I don't know. But moving on, so that actually brings us into another question that I had for you guys. Have you ever heard of steak in a BJ day?
absolutely not.
Really?
I think I
No.
know you
I don't
would.
even know if I'm actually able because we're still live on the radio. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to say what BJ is, so I'm just going to like make the acronym for it. I actually had heard of it, but I didn't know where it came from, and I thought it was really interesting. So I kind of took my quick dive on the internet. So the history of steak and the BJ Day, is that it's a it's a holiday that is typically, or I'll just let me backtrack. It's an unofficial holiday that is geared towards men. So it's supposed to be the inverse of Valentine's Day, because you know how Valentine's Day they kind of, I would say, I guess, commercialism has geared it towards a woman, where you get her chocolate and flowers, you take her on this fancy date, you make all the love to her, and make this big to do about how much you love your woman, whether you actually like your woman or not. So steak and a BJ day comes on March 14th. So by the time you've heard this show, it has probably happened. So what it is for women to celebrate their male counterparts by giving them steak and a BJ.
No.
Mm.
No.
You said no? Why not? Why not? You wouldn't do steak and a BJ day?
No. Why am I make it a day when I do it all the time?
You make
Okay,
steaks
that's
all the
fair.
time?
Well, it doesn't have to be a steak. We don't eat that much. We don't eat that much beef over here. But I mean, I do dole those things out like I'm giving out Halloween candy. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Slap it over
She
there.
said, I don't
Slap it
need a
over
special
there.
day. I don't need a special day.
Yeah, no. And plus, if we just have Valentine's Day, and if I don't want to say a normal couple, but if you're one of those couples that really goes all out on Valentine's, did you not do this on Valentine's for your partner? So why does he get extra
Right.
day? Where is my extra day?
But I guess that's also assuming that Valentine's Day both parties are being celebrated.
I if I celebrated Valentine's, that's what I would do. It wouldn't just be about me, but I don't celebrate Valentine's, so.
Ah, well, that's fair then. Yeah, I think for the reason this holiday got created was it was because it was on the assumption that you're celebrating
Ah,
just women. So Steak and the BJ Day is to celebrate the men. But here's a kicker that I found that was also very interesting because I was looking through a Reddit post and I saw that apparently it started out as a charity, and the charity was for breast cancer.
Oh, ain't that
but
something? That's
I
Hmm.
unexpected. Really?
how that start?
Yeah, it started.
Wait, wait,
It
wait, wait.
started out as a
Wait, wait,
wait.
wait.
She's got something popped in. Lay it
My
on us.
cogs are like it's like that thing where you see the person looking at numbers and it's just all this confusion. So wait, it started off as a charity. So was there a
Hmm.
charity event involved with
I
this?
don't know, and that's the thing I could not find. I cannot find the original post, so I found a website called Steak and the BJ Day. Now, is it the website, the first one? So apparently, this whole thing started based off of a conversation that was had on a radio show in Boston, and it was called they had called this March 14th Steak and a BJ Day. And I think the ball just kind of kept rolling through social media and talking to people, so it became an unofficial holiday. So now they're saying that uh, also as part of that, it was because it was a charity for breast cancer. Because without essentially the T and the A, how can you enjoy your steak and a BJ?
Mm,
That's
yeah,
deep.
like
That's
Sarah's
deep.
around.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm gonna say because I don't understand it. Is that's deep.
Right. That's why I was like, that's actually pretty interesting when you think about it. Like, because it like the holiday itself comes off like very chauvinistic, but when you're like, oh, they actually kind of meant something with this.
I think it all
I
got
don't know
lost.
how I feel about it.
Yeah, they lost. They lost. If they would have just kept saying that, like, but still calling it T and A, like,
Yeah, exactly. Like
That
even
was my interpretation of it. My bad. That was my interpretation of the
no.
whole thing.
But literally, isn't October it's what is it? It's save the tatas. No, like save the whole person.
Yes.
Say the whole person. Say the whole
Yeah.
hmm
person, not just
Save the whole person.
the breastises. Wait, can I say
The
that?
breast assistance.
The
Yeah, you can
breasticles,
say that.
The
I can agree with
melons.
that. Yeah.
The melons.
the melons. Yeah, don't just. I always thought that was really weird that you would pick that part to save and not save the whole person. I just thought that was weird.
I think because there's so much meaning, especially if you're a person of the male persuasion about these. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's whack.
Because think about it, it's nourishment.
No, it
It
is.
feels soft.
It is, but at the same time, like I
You
don't
know.
know. I don't know. It's just look. I'm wearing a shirt that says "Trample the Patriarchy." Like I mean, it's a vibe today. It's a vibe.
It's the pink. It's the sugar cup pink shirt too. Because all I saw was trample at first, so I didn't see the patriarchy on the
Yeah,
bottle.
it's a unicorn.
Like it's an ultra cute shirt with a savage message on it, you guys.
Yeah, with a
I
I
kind of
feel
need a shirt like
conflicted.
that.
the unicorn is standing on a skull that
Coming
says
on a skull.
the patriarchy.
I am all kinds of confused, but I love this shirt. So I'm gonna need a version of that at some point in the future. Thank you, mom.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so
But I
steak,
do have a question for you guys. If you were to do steak in a BJ, how would you cook your steak?
For me?
I said if. It's a big if. It's a big if. How would you cook your steak?
like I
This
always
is
cook my
think about this.
steak.
This is a what you're gonna do game situation. You got steak, a BJ, and some random weapon in your kitchen. What are you gonna do?
Wait, what am I
Oh
doing with
Lord,
the
I forgot
weapon?
about that game. Oh,
I'm gonna slap him with the
we gotta
steak.
play
Can I
that
slap
game
him with
again.
it? I'm gonna slap him with the
I mean, you
steak.
can slap them.
I'm gonna slap him with the
Are you
steak.
gonna slap it with them? Is it cooked or uncooked first?
No, it's raw.
Is
The
it
steak.
It's raw. I want that slap sound. It's
is
raw.
it a
You gonna cook
T-bone?
it
Is it
later,
a
or is it just gonna
T-bone
stay raw?
steak? Does it still have the bone
I
in
mean,
it?
it's whatever steak you want. It's whatever steak you want. I mean, I'm personally going for a ribeye, but
I
I
kind
think
of want to hear that slap sound, so I'm gonna let it be raw.
I dig this. I dig this. Just a soft little,
Yeah,
you know.
that's it. That's the sound. That's the sound.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't need
Okay,
nothing.
so we got the steak. What do you? That's all you're doing with the three options. Just slap them upside the head with the steak and keep it moving.
Yep. Just you just
What about you, Katie?
annoying me.
See, I'm kind of struggling with getting past the fact that we're actually doing this on March 14th. So, if for some reason I am cooking a steak on March 14th, I happen to very much be into smoking my meat as of lately. So I'd probably
Oh,
throw it in the smoker with some hickory and some apple cider to help give flavor. That's what I've been into. But we don't cook a whole lot of red meat here either, so most likely there will not be any steaks for this specific day.
dang.
Sorry.
The beef industry would be so sad with this show. So sad.
Yes,
It's
yes,
okay
yes,
though.
yes.
It's okay though. We're trying to keep everybody heart healthy. I think if I were to do it, I would definitely. I kind of want to take like a page out of Tracy's book and just slap them with the steak, but I'm gonna have to wash it extra well because I'm gonna slap them on the butt with it. Wash it,
And then actually
tenderize
cook
it,
it.
cook it, and then I'll let them eat it.
Then feed it to
And then
them.
maybe I'll give them a BJ.
No, I
Yes,
wouldn't even.
feed it to
I
them.
wouldn't. I wouldn't. I slap.
You wouldn't feed it
I
to
slap him in the face with.
them?
Cook it. I would throw it on the plate with the fork and a knife, like it would clank, and I would be like, "Eat it," and then they would eat it, and then I would just walk out of the room, like, "That's it, game over."
And that is how you do steak in a BJJ, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, do we?
Listen,
Are we still? Oh no, it's almost time for us to slide out, isn't it?
we have a little more time. We can keep going, but
Okay.
it's
Cool. Cool.
funny. It's funny that we're doing this because I'm pretty sure Dr. Val would be just disappointed in all of us. Like, y'all want to do that for your husband, for your significant other or partner. So I'm gonna pretend to be Dr. Val for today because since we are doing this in her honor, she would absolutely be completely disappointed in us not treating our significant other for a special day that would make them
You
happy.
know, this means we got to ask her when she comes
Oh
back
yeah, we're
how
gonna
she
have to
would
ask her.
do her
I
steak.
I already know she's gonna say, I would cook it and make it really nice and put some nice stuff on the table and then we'll just have a little bit, yeah, we make a whole night out of it.
Not me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm wondering, like, is the BJ happening while he's eating the steak, or afterwards?
That's a lot. That's a lot of blood going in two different places. I would suggest not.
If
Have
you
like a
make
whole
some
arrhythmia like that one dude did a couple weeks ago.
you
Look,
make some potatoes to go with that steak, he's gonna fall asleep before he even gets the second half of that dill.
yeah, he gonna catch the itis.
Mm.
And if you're like Doc Val and you make the steak and the potatoes, let's just assume you make a peach cobbler and some sweet tea, he gonna get the itis.
Yes,
Dang, a
it's a
peach
wrap.
cobbler too? Where'd the peach cobbler come from? Is this the weapon in the kitchen?
It could be. It could be hot peaches burn. Hot peaches burn
Oh,
bad.
this is true. This is
Yeah.
very true.
But I'm just thinking, you don't want all that
Wait, how
blood
do you
going
know
every.
this? How do you know that hot peaches burn so bad? Because I would have never imagined that hot peaches burn so bad.
We are saving that confession for another show.
Oh no. No. I was gonna say I know because I tried to eat peach cobbler one time that was too hot, but clearly that is not the correct answer.
No. That was a hilarious barbecue though.
Oh
It was a hilarious
no.
barbecue. That's all I'm gonna say.
There was barbecue involved. Now I gotta know. Okay, we're like maybe Tracy will be nice and give us like the abridged version during the commercial break. But it looks like it is time for us to go pay some bills, everybody. So go ahead, hit the potty up, refill your drinks, and we will be right back.
welcome back to Brown Sugar Confessions. Thank you all for coming back. We want to say thank you for always tuning into us, laughing, loving, and sharing us. Depending on where you're listening to us from, whether it's Spotify, YouTube, or the radio, hey, don't forget to share, subscribe, leave us a comment. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, give us a rating and a review. We love it. It helps boost us in the algorithm so more people can find us and we can share the love wider and wider. Um, we're going to get into the serious stuff real quick before we get into the fun stuff. If you need a therapist, if you need to talk to someone about what's going on in your own sexual health, your partner's sexual health, your communal sexual health, please reach out to Doc Val at Doctory. Hold on, not Doctory, but it is.
She is a doctor.
She is a doctor. But how about Dr. Val? You can reach her at Valerie at swancenter.com. That is VALERIE at swancenter, 2Ns.com. I'm going to spell it to you one more time. VALERIE at SWANNCENTER.com. Now, if you want to reach out to us and confess, please reach out to us at brownsugarconfessions@gmail.com. Exactly how it is on our YouTube, exactly how it's spelled on our website, brownsugarconfessions@gmail.com. So we're going to get into the hot topic, and I got a doozy for you. It says, I'm in a sexual relationship with planes, so I go on vacations a lot. A woman in Germany who said she's in a sexual relationship with planes, not a particular plane, but just planes, revealed that she's went on 30 mini vacations in the last year just to take to the skies with her lover. Her love of planes really took off, the woman in Germany says. I think her name is Sarah, and please forgive me for mispronouncing your name. Last name, Rodo. 23, claimed that after experiencing turbulence while trying to date fellow humans, she discovered true love while on her first ever flight aboard a Boeing 737. Since then, Rodo has met many planes, which she considers to be one collective being called Dickie. She added that she finds the wings of the plane the sexiest part of the plane, and size does not matter. It is the motion of the ocean. I'm just playing. I had to.
I'm following you. I really do believe in that too.
Okay. She currently owns 3 large models, but I have many small models, over 60 in total, and they are custom made. The frequent flyer told Need to Know Online, many are from airlines or from travel agencies with larger models measuring between 49 and 63 inches long. Rodo said that she spent nearly $4,000 on model planes, revealed that she identifies as a objectum sexual. And I don't want to say that's what she calls it, but it's really called objectophilia. This particular love match occurs when an individual, this is the definition, an individual develops strong sexual or romantic feelings for a specific inanimate object, according to the 2020 study I think it was published in Spring Nature Medicine Guide. And it says some academics have theorized that this condition, objectophilia, could be linked to being on the spectrum of autism. And
Okay.
Rodo says, I'm proud to be objectum sexual. It's a wonderful sexuality. And there are actually bunch of different cases. And however, Roto laminated the fact that she can't get any privacy with her lovers is really makes her sad. I flew a lot over the last year to be with Boeing as often as I possibly could. I took 30 flights and always combined it with city or vacation travel. Roto said that she loves visiting new places with her high altitude amour. With my love, I've traveled to Stockholm, Copenhagen, Budapest, Vienna, and Paris. I've know I've often visited uh, Croatia and Poland for a day tour. Despite not being able to share alone time with the plane, Roto said that she makes up for it by sleeping with all of her models. The aviation lover also said that she has 5 different tattoos on her body. The newest is a 737-800 on her right arm. She said, I met a new plane that might be give her main squeeze competition. If you're like me, and you're probably my age, you remember a show called TLC, My Obsession.
Yeah,
And
I remember that.
on that show, they had quite a few people that had objectophilia, and
Mm.
one person it was a car. One, I think he was male identifying. It was a car. Then there was a female identifying that was in love with the specific piece of the Berlin Wall.
Oh my.
Another person was in a relationship with a Ferris wheel or like a roller coaster or something
Amusement
like
park
that.
ride. I think I saw that one.
A
Yes,
Ferris wheel?
yes.
I don't. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
and
understand that one.
then there was one female identifying that was with a fence. Then there was another one that had a thing for an air balloon.
Wait, fence.
So
Go back to the fence. Wood or chain link?
wood
Okay, because
picket.
I was like, I hope to God it's not chain link because those things are so dangerous.
No, it was one of those picket ones with the space in between, and
Oh, so you
um,
just sitting in
Spikes at the
between, just
top.
doing the thing.
yeah, just doing things. And you know what? For me, I don't see anything wrong with this. The world is really bananas. I don't know how to say it. And if that's where you find your comfort and your joy, um, I think the one thing that was, they said, how do they communicate with these um, objects that are inanimate and do not respond to you? A lot of folks said that it was, they had dreams and they spoke telepathically. That's how they uh, had these relationships.
Mm.
And for me, I I don't see anything wrong with it. If that's where you find your joy at, find your joy. Find it. It's too many people stomping you down out here. Find your joy where you can get. As long as you're safe, that's
Yeah.
the only thing that matters to me. Please be safe. Do not do anything dangerous.
Yeah,
That's
because I was gonna say, like, licking a car that in the hot summertime, that's potentially dangerous.
if you in Texas, yeah, it is. You can
Yeah,
get
anywhere in
burns
the
for real.
Southwest, that's definitely like
Yeah.
no, don't lick your car.
Yeah,
But then you can't lick your car in the winter either because your tongue gonna get stuck.
exactly. But
Yeah, don't lick your car.
what is?
Germs, I mean, I'm just concerned about germs and
Yeah,
there's a whole lot of other
Where your
things
car
that's just
been? You've
like,
been driving through a pasture all on this asphalt. Like I just feel like the car shouldn't be a thing, but I get it. Cars are a thing for people.
yeah. The male identifying person with the car actually washed their car. I mean, every day, washed
Okay,
and waxed every day, inside out. Like he was very specific who could be in the car, how you had to treat his car. Certain they had a favorite song that they would play, and he would. And when I say he would caress the lines of the car, it really was like he was caressing his lover. I don't know how
oh,
to say. I didn't like watching it because I felt like it was such an intimate moment. Um, but I feel like people get clowned for so much stuff. But if this is how somebody can find their love, who am I to tell anybody? I mean,
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of tough because I'm kind of like, if you put that much energy into a person you like, but I get it. Maybe they just don't identify with people like that, and there's plenty of
yeah,
people who don't identify with people.
yeah, that's my thing.
Fair.
But so that's I fell in love with a plane. What do you think? Those that are listening or watching, hey, hey, boo. Uh,
Hi.
what do you think and how do you feel? I think this is all an exploration in how to open up and be respectful to someone else's. You don't have to like it. You don't have to even love it. You just have to respect that that person is making a decision with their life and you're not entitled to make them feel any kind of way about it.
All right, so you know what planes can't do?
No.
Threesomes. They can't do threesomes unless you take your partner on the plane and they're into the same thing. Then maybe it becomes a threesome because you're inviting somebody into the party. Maybe.
True.
Fair.
True.
But you know what could be also awesome as a threesome?
What?
What's
These
that?
10 tips to keep your threesome romantic and drama free.
I
Let's,
really thought you was
Well
going to say
then.
10 inches.
ma'am. First of all,
Stop
what
voicing it like that. Stop voicing it like, cause I thought we was getting into something. Cause I was like,
So I thought the article
Well.
was interesting. It's an interesting article about how you can make your threesome drama free. Clearly, I've never been in a threesome. Have you either of you been in a threesome?
yes.
I'll go to the grave with that.
KD is taking the fifth. Tracy has said yes. I am a baby. So we're going to talk about how to keep these threesomes alive and kicking without there being too much crazy on the side. So let's get into it. You guys ready?
Oh,
Yes.
I'm
All
ready.
right. So, number one, make sure that everybody is comfortable and excited to be with each other. Because remember, it's a threesome, not a twosome plus one. So, you want to make sure that
Mm.
all parties involved are happy, excited, and ready to go. All right. So, number two.
I think that one is really important
Yeah.
because a lot of times you hear about people, I'm not going to say that I've experienced this. So, I you hear about people getting in, they want to have this experience, they want to have a third person, and there's always already an established relationship. So this next person comes in, and then the guy a lot of times, or the girl, whoever it is, because it could be you can have a threesome with, all of the same, whatever. So whatever the person is, one person will fall too deeply into this new person that's been brought into the equation and will neglect the partner that they're in a relationship with, and that is typically what just like absolutely ruins the experience for everyone involved, and it just gets nasty, and sometimes there's drama. Like, I think that if people actually follow that rule and just make sure that everyone checks in with each other and ensures that everyone is getting their needs met, I think that's like the key. Like that solves so many of the problems that you typically run into.
I fully agree
Agreed.
with you on
Not that I
that.
have experience or anything.
So everybody, make sure you're in communications with everybody. So number three, set your boundaries and stick to them. So y'all remember in our previous episode, Doc Val was telling us a story about how she witnessed a orgy at one of her teaching events, and how there was a segment in the beginning of the orgy before everybody got lubed and oiled up and started slipping and sliding, that they took the time to say, "Hi, my name is so and so. I'm into this and this is what I will and will not do." So, if you're going to have those boundaries, you got to stick to them. You have to make sure that they are respected in order for everybody to enjoy the moment. Let's see. What was the next one? Yes. Make sure that all three all three of you, all parties involved, are communicating before, during, and after the act.
Communication is key.
Communication
And
is
no
key. We touched
secret
on it.
communications.
That.
No
No
secret
secrets.
communications.
No 2 plus 1. This is a 3. 2 plus 1, even though that makes 3, that's not what we're going for. We're not going for 2 plus 1. We're going for 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Make sure your communication is on point. Make sure you stick to your boundaries. Make sure everybody is excited to be here. Next one. Stay at least mostly, we'll go about 75-85% sober. You want to make sure you enjoy. Yeah, I know. But you don't want to be like, so blitzed that you don't even remember what happened. You don't want to be so blitzed
Fair.
that, you're like puking all over the place and nobody can enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
So,
It's not a good
That
look.
might ruin the moment. Yeah, that might ruin the moment.
and then you'll never
Yeah.
be able to have a threesome again. And that's just going to cause all kinds of problems.
Well, what will happen is you'll get kicked out of the party and you will be removed from all future invitations, and they will tell other people that throw the parties not to invite you.
Oh, see? Publicly shamed. Publicly shamed. Don't be too inebriated. And also, fun fact,
you want to remember. You want to remember it, right?
This is true. And I think a lot of people don't realize being too drunk makes it hard for males to stand to attention. And it also causes dryness for your lotus if you are female.
What do they call it? Whiskey eggplant?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
They sure do.
It
But I
doesn't
heard
even do
something else
this. It
about
does
tequila,
this.
so
It does that. Phew.
Now, look, I must be a rare one, because if you get me good and sauced.
You turn into a demon?
Well, yeah.
demon
Yeah, I ain't gonna
time.
lie.
You want
I
that
ain't
demon
gonna I
time?
ain't gonna lie. I'll be on that demon time. I'm not even gonna pretend about it.
Oh wait, pause. So let's sidetrack for a second.
Okay.
Has anyone else had that experience? So we have whiskey eggplant, but has anyone else experienced the fact that if there's tequila involved, that typically that's like an all-nighter? Or is that just me?
No, that's why I don't drink tequila no more.
I mean, the thing that doesn't do it for me, ironically, is whiskey. I like drinking whiskey, but I can't do whiskey and the act. I can do whiskey and tequila with the act.
Whiskey and tequila?
No, I'm sorry, I did that backwards. Let me rephrase. I can do tequila with the act. I can do vodka with the act. I can do rum with the act. I can do sake with the act. I cannot do whiskey with the act. I think it's because of the tannins.
Probably.
The tannins and the tannins in brown liquor. It doesn't do it for me. So I gotta be very careful with that.
Yeah. I can see that. I don't like whiskey. I don't drink whiskey at
I
all.
love
But
whiskey.
I know that one thing I notice about whiskey is that sometimes people just it changes the whole personality. But
I tried to hotwire construction equipment drunk on whiskey.
Ma'am,
So, yeah.
first of all, how did you get to construction equipment? What kind of equipment was it? And did this happen under the age of 30?
I was actually 32.
Close enough. Close enough.
And I was in Texas at the time, and I was hanging out with my girls, and I left the club and was mad, and I was walking to Whataburger to get some taquitos and got distracted by construction equipment and thought, this just seems like a good idea. I should ride in this.
You thought that the construction equipment was going to get you to Whataburger faster?
It was cold.
Ma'am.
I'm not saying it was my best moment. I'm not saying it was my worst. It was just a moment, is what I was saying.
Oh my God.
All right, Radioland, in short, stay away from the whiskey. Just stay away from whiskey altogether. But definitely if you're planning on having a try experience.
I wanna make an amendment to that statement. Stay away from Jim Beam. Don't stay away from Uncle Nearest. Uncle Nearest is delicious. But be very careful if you're gonna try to do some kind of sexual act on whiskey. Don't go too much. Make sure you're hydrated and keep something on your stomach. Moving on. Next one. Here's a big one that actually when I read it in this article, I thought that I might not be ready for a threesome. And here it is. Control your jealousy.
Mm, There,
That's
yeah,
easy.
no.
Because think about it like this. This is a make, as I said in the first part of this article, all parties are attended to and excited to be here. Because you want to make sure that your partners do not feel left out, because if they feel left out they might feel a little jealous. You see what I'm saying? If you're picking up more, or if you're doing more with one partner versus the other partner, it can lead to jealousy. Does that make sense?
Yes, but I need you to repeat that again.
Okay. So remember, control your jealousy. You want to make sure that this experience is enjoyable for all parties involved, not just them focusing on you, not just you focusing on one person altogether. You want to make sure that you are taking care of your partners and that your partners are taking care of you. And that's the best way to control the jealousy. And also remember to communicate. If you are feeling left out, let that be said. If another partner is being left out and they say something, make sure you attend to them. Like we said before, communication is key, and also to make sure that you are taking care of everybody involved. All right, so let's see where we are at next. Don't expect a perfectly smooth ride. So we talked about it before. One, don't be too inebriated. We don't want no whiskey wet eggplants. We don't want no dry lotuses. We don't want nobody running around throwing up all over the place because they had too much to drink. Make sure everybody's okay. Make sure that you are well hydrated, ready for a ride, but don't expect the ride to be perfectly. Remember, this is not porn. This is not porn. Porn is paid actors. Paid actors. Actors, in most cases, that are paid well to do this job.
Mm.
If you're not paying your partners, don't expect a smooth ride.
That part.
With that being said, you also got to remember that you can, and it is very okay to do this, get off on watching your partner's pleasure. So there is a fetish for men, the eggplant holders, known as cuckolding. And that refers to the male watching their female partner have sex with another male and enjoying it. And according to some of those who partake in the cuckolding, they actually think it's very intellectual. It's more of a thing of you are being able to see your partner get off and you don't even have to worry about a thing. All you got to do is play director in the background if you want to. Be like, yeah, make sure you angle this way, go down, swoop up, my guy, and you got this.
True. It is if you've never watched, if you've never been in something like that, ask your partner to be intimate with themselves, but you direct it.
Mm.
It's almost a similar kind of energy. And as a succubus myself,
A succubus
the
just
the
getting off
high
of the life of the nubile young men that just fall into your space.
the high you get from that is sometimes more superior than the act itself.
Ooh, do
Mm.
tell, do
Mm.
tell.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell it now because we gotta get through this list. But I'm gonna tell you right now,
Ah.
I still think about that, and it is still an active memory that I go to when I'm doing things with myself.
Mm.
Ooh, I dig it. I dig
Indeed.
it. All right. So the next one, and we did talk about this a little bit earlier. Focus on pleasing everyone. Remember, no one likes a petty Betty. No one likes a jealous female dog. So just remember, you want to make sure that you are taking care of everybody. You are taking care of your partners. Your partners are taking care of you. Make sure, so long as you got that down, we are good to go. So, number 9, And that's what I actually do like, because it falls into the uh, subject of aftercare. Go out in public together afterwards. You want to make sure that if you're doing this as a threesome, if it's a couple and you're bringing someone in, that once the act is over, your person, your number three, your unicorn, isn't feeling left out and sad and used. Bring them back. Go out, have a slice of pizza, some brunch. Make sure you guys kind of talk it out with like the act, what went well, what didn't go well. Would you be down to do it again? Do we need some
Agreed.
time apart? Do we need to stay, stay a little closer together and check in on each other? Once again, communication is key. So make sure that you get a chance to kind of decompress afterwards. And then our last tip, and it also kind of falls in with number 9, check in with your partners, especially after the after party, the aftercare. Time goes by. You want to make sure they're doing okay. Did they find somebody else? Did they get into another threesome? Did they slide into another orgy? Or are they off being by themselves with their cat? We don't know. So make sure you check in on all your partners, your partner that might be with you and your partner that isn't, and make sure that everybody's okay. And you never know. Maybe everybody's like, yeah, I like doing this thing with you, and they like doing it with their partner. So then next thing you know, we're having a threesome experience all over again. So there you have it. 10 tips to spice up your threesome life and keep the drama to a minimum.
Wow, just in time, because with that, we are out of time.
Oh.
It's time for us to say goodbye to all our fans tonight. I can't, I'm terrible at that. But if you want to wrap it up, Miss T, you go ahead and take it over because no one wants to hear me sing.
Oh, but I love hearing KD sing, but since she's not going to sing, neither am I. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and hanging out with us here at Brown Sugar Confessions. Remember, you can always catch us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, under Doc Val Nefertiti, and our Instagram page. Like and subscribe. Reach out to us at brownsugarconfessions@gmail.com. If you want to talk to Doc Val specific, reach out to her at Valerie at Swan Center. Remember, that's Swan with 2 N's, swancenter.com. Valerie at swancenter.com. Once again, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. And remember what we always say here at Brown Sugar Confessions: stay safe and play safe. We'll see you next week, everybody. Take care.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Brown Sugar Confessions on Power 1017. Go to our Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram page at Brown Sugar Confessions to like, share, and follow. Stay safe and play safe. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.